me kind of sort this a little bit so it's a little bit easier to talk about. What I'm basically doing is putting it into enablers, enchantments, and populate creatures. Some removal. And the other thing about this deck is most of the cards are dual purpose, so it's a very utility friendly deck. Um, so we're running 7 plains, 7 forest, 4 Celestia Guild Gates, 4 Temple Gardens, and 2 Grove of the Guardian. Um, I've been debating on this card whether it's worth it or not. However, I have been able to use it with the Celestia Charm. So I've been able to attack and then tap them at the end of their turn and make the 8/8 and win the game on my turn. So I've decided that I don't know if 2 is the right number, but it seems to be the right number. Like 1 or 2, you don't want a lot of them, but they can be really good. They're very situational though. But worst case scenario, they still tap for 1. I'm running 4 of the root-bound fences. Again, just being able to protect your creatures when you're a creature-heavy deck's pretty huge, and the fact that they make a token on top of it's even better. Um, Druid's Deliverance is just really strong. Fog and make a creature. Celestia Charm you can either use as removal, as pump to keep one of your guys alive, as trample to get it over, or you can use it to make a 2/2 vigilance creature. Call of the Conclave is the Watch Wolf of RTR block. It's solid and it works with Populate, so it's just really strong mechanical card for this deck. Um, Advent of the Worm, put a 5/5 creature on the board with trample, and you can make copies of it. It's really strong here too. Armada Worm, uh, basically put 10 damage out for 6 mana. Really, really powerful card. Sign of Vitu-Ghazi. The reason I really like this creature is because not only does he produce a minimum of 6 power and toughness when he enters the battlefield, but he has the potential to produce way more than that. The big M14 edition is Celestial Flare main deck. It helps your combats, especially when they stack up big to block Armada Worm or Advent of the Worm tokens. You can Celestial Flare, keep your guy alive, and keep swinging. It also really helps you survive the early game. For my enchantments, I'm running 4 Growing Ranks and 2 Collective Blessings. A lot of times in the sideboard, against a lot of decks, I notice that I board out 1 Growing Ranks and pull in the 1 Collective Blessing from the sideboard. So I might eventually go to a 3 for 3. I want to test it more first. I run Smite just because it's really unexpected removal, and I enjoy really unexpected removal. Rest in Peace. I haven't seen too many Theros cards yet, but a couple of ones I did see did have some graveyard mechanics, and also there's like Liliana of the Dark Realms, and I just want to make sure that I have some kind of protection from graveyard. If it's not necessary, after Theros comes out, I'll take it out. Sundering Growth is an addition to the deck that is very strong and I think is very Theros themed. Um, it's enchantment heavy, and there's a lot of really good enchantments and a lot of really good artifacts that you're going to want to remove. Now, once we actually have Theros cards, it might even be worth pulling these guys' main deck. Um, then I also have Centaur Healer. The reason I'm running Healer is again against aggro. He's really strong. He's a 3/3 and he gains 3 life. I don't think he's quite strong enough uh, to run main deck. He might be worth it though. Again, it just depends on, just depends on how the metagame is going to shift once Theros comes out. If it's going to go really aggressive, he's going in main deck, and Sundering Growth's probably going in main deck. But as it is right now, like this deck does well against the Innistrad decks as well. Let's hop over.